really add up. So when we have a day like this where all of Chef's items are on free shipping and handling, and you can break them up, you can start, you know, really upgrading what you have in the kitchen and doing better. Let's talk about knives, right? Like, you're really only, if you have dull knives, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're actually potentially not only harming the food, but you could harm yourself. So we have the electric knife sharpener with the 5 flex. It makes it under $6. It's a 2-stage sharpener, coarse and fine, and I have it in 3 colors. This is going to be the black right here. They do have a retractable cord, and they've got non-slip little suction feet. Then down here we have it in stone gray and red, and there's just like a little on and off, and you see the little slots. So I know, you know, Chef, a lot of people love to come and buy your knives, but even if you make a very, you know, high investment purchase on knives, you still have to sharpen them as you use them, right?
Oh yeah. And look, this is the normal process for sharpening. You need to get yourself one of these sharpening stones. It's a wet stone, right? You need to hold your blade at like 18 degrees to 15 degrees. It has to be held perfectly at that angle. Then you have to do it on the other side. Then you need to get a steel. Then you need to be trained in professional kitchens to be able to do it for many. It's not easy to get great sharp knives using this method. You need to be trained. Right, so don't even worry about it because we've solved the problem for you. What I've got for you is this incredible little knife sharpener. All you do is hit that button. It goes just like that, right? I'm gonna turn it around so I can use it on this side. You've got 2 different sides to it. Oh, you know what? I didn't even show you that my knife, how blunt it is, because I went into the cupboard and I said, let me find a couple of the bluntest knives I can. Oh, this one's actually not too bad. Let me show you the other one because we tried to get a couple, yeah, look at this guy. Look, I knew I had one sharp and one blunt, so let's start with the blunt one because, you know, see how when you're trying to cut through things, see what's happening, and now I'm having to use a lot of force, and when you're using a lot of force, what can happen is you can catch your finger. So it is dangerous to be trying to cut with a dull knife. This is how you sharpen it. You see there's 1, 2. It's very simple and easy to understand. You turn it on and you go through. What's happening is an oxide wheel is spinning extremely fast. It's aluminum oxide, meaning it's very hard. You're going to go through it 5 or 6 different times. Very easy to use. I'm not putting any pressure on this blade. And then to get that fine sharpening, you go over to number 2, which is on the other side here of the block. Let me see if I can do it so you guys can see it a little better. I'll do it backwards, so forgive me. But very easy to use. Like I said, 5 or 6 times on either side. And that exact same knife that you just saw was extremely dull. Let's see whether I've sharpened it up. I'm going to use a cutting board. Let's get the same kind of tomatoes that we were using. So you saw how dull it was?
Wow.
It sort of is a game changer, right? Like, I mean, look how simple and easy you can now cut, whether it's the tomatoes, whether it's a cucumber. I mean, look at that. Guys, this started as a knife that was so dull, I couldn't even get through that tomato. So every single knife that you have in your drawer, you can now go straight on through and sharpen up. And for the sake of, how much is this? $29? For 29 bucks, Valerie, you know, you'll have a drawer of beautiful sharp knives.
Yeah, and it brings your existing knives back to life, which you love. I love that it has the coarse side and the fine grit. I also love the retractable cord, so this is a nice little countertop item, but you can also store and stow it away really easily. $5.99, free shipping and handling. Black, stone gray, or your red. 1 little button, by the way. That's all you have to do. Turn it on and you turn it off, and then you've got your different, the coarse and the fine on the top here, and that's where you'll slide your knives through. All of your knives. The ones that are new and you spend a lot of money on, the ones that are old and you're just not ready to replace, that's an incredible, it's just one of those